So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side, and this will be caught at the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's not going to get me.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Hey, alert!
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. It's caught. Beckham. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, Dobbins trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. A big play that time for the Ravens. 43 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
On first down, Dobbins. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
On third down, Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And Tucker missed it left. Normally reliable, this time no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
That throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, 66 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental. Processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this throw caught left side and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
We got four.
To throw is Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 17. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete. A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Now Chubb on first down, able to work his way forward for about 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got this down to the 35. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52. Shit.
Now Hunt. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On second and 11 now. Mayfield. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And the return will stop right around the 25. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On second down now, Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Now Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 27, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Ravens on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. On 4th down, Jackson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? He'll look to throw. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
A 1st down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mayfield to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Whip. Watch the whip. Tight dog. Check the backer. He's crashing. He's checking crack. Tighten up.
On 1st down, Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Cleveland, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.